I'm Kate.
And please say the name of the podcast because I will destroy it again.
I almost said the name of my blog. Guidebook not included.
Why can't I say this? My ex told me, just practice it. And I was like in my home, guidebook not included.
See, that sounds good. Just say it like that every time.
Guide, like I'm a robot. Guidebook not included.
Oh, there you go.
Today, so last time we said that we would talk about parenting stories, like scary stories with kids, because kids are actually horrifying sometimes. But I thought, let's put a twist on it. Let's put this as, you're not sure if you want to have kids? Listen to me. I'll tell you so many stories. Maybe it'll help you make up your mind. So, I have so many cases of I'm sleeping. It's like the middle of the night. It's pitch black. And I'm like, why does it feel like I'm being watched? And I open my eyes and there you go. Right there. One of my kids just like staring at me. And it's a child. You cannot punch it. You cannot scream at it. You cannot kick it out of the room. It's your baby. So you're just like, can I help you?
I wonder how many times I did that to my parents. I think I did that a lot. I remember standing over my mom.
We all do. It's a miracle we don't have constant black eyes as children. Children, no S. Because, I don't know how many times it happens. And it's like, I had a nightmare. Just get into bed next to me. I don't care. They know I don't care. Just get into bed. Even when I was with my ex. Just get into bed with us. Don't stare at me. Because you're asleep and you're like, something feels wrong. I feel watched. What other stories? I had so many in mind. But I can give you true stories that happened to me. Well, that one happened to me. But, kids throw up. If you're not ready to clean up some vomit, don't be a kid. So this weekend I saw a Facebook memory from 4 years ago, I think. Liam threw up in the car in his baby seat. And you know how babies only drink milk? But he was starting to eat regular food as well. And I guess he had motion sickness because he's my child. And I do still have motion sickness to this day when I'm not driving, even when I'm driving sometimes. And
that would be difficult.
He threw up in the car a lot. And in the summer, not that I like it, but I don't mind because I just washed it down with the hose outside. But it was in the middle of winter. We're like beginning of March, end of February. So I cannot take the car seat outside to wash it down with the hose because the hose is frozen. There's no water in it. It's ice. So basically in my post, that in my Facebook memory, it said, I have something that looks like cottage cheese on my hands right now. I'm wiping it down. And so for the past few weeks, I've had I wanted another baby, but I had my tubes tied 3 years ago in 2018, whatever year we're in right now. And so I cannot have another baby. And then I saw this post and I was like, yeah, maybe I'm fine. There are so many times when they're little, like infants, you just took them out of the bath or you just changed their diapers and poop explosion. It goes up to the neck. And I'm not kidding. And baby poop is rarely solid. Very rarely. And when you don't have the choice to change it because you're the adult in the room, you're the mother of the child or the father of the child, the caretaker, whatever, when you're in charge of the child, you have to do it. So it's like, which way do I take the onesie out? Like, do I take it up on top of the head and spread the poop explosion all over their head? Down, just all over the rest of the body? Yeah. Or like, what's that smell? Oh, baby found his diaper. Baby found a poopy diaper. Spread it all over the place. I won't tell you who did that for their dignity. All over the baby crib. Yep. You can't just burn it down. You have to clean it. So if you're waiting for a sign from above to see if you want to have a child, are you ready to clean up poop? Extremely liquid poop. And babies are adorable. But what comes in comes out the same way, but the stench of this. Like, it made me laugh when my ex or when anyone would be gagging changing my baby's diapers. Because I was like, yeah, I do it all day. But they do think it's yeah, it's something. And also, okay, nobody told me this before I had my first child. Babies, like newborns, they drink every 2 to 3 hours. At night too. I legit thought my daughter was broken. She was like 3 days old, not even a week old. And I was like, I called the doctor. My baby doesn't sleep at night. She wants to eat every 2 or 3 hours. Why is she not sleeping? And they were like, lady, you have to feed your baby. It's a newborn. Nobody told me. So if you like not sleeping for 18 months, you're going to have a child. It's great. Liam did his first 6 hours in a row night at 18 months old.
Oh, wow.
Mary was at 3 months old, which is not that bad. Liam, 18 months old. I have no
He had a 3
idea.
month and an 18 month?
Yup.
Wow, that's a huge difference in sleep.
Yup. To this day, well, no, Liam sleeps more now than he used to. Like, I put them to bed at 7. They usually wake up by 7 a.m. More 6. Yeah. But now he doesn't take naps during the day. So I used to have a cranky son because he was used to taking naps. But now he's asleep by 7:15. So I have the entire evening to myself. This is great.
That's nice.
This is nice. Just like I have time to wash the dishes, to fold some laundry, to clean up the toys that are still there right now because I haven't cleaned them. Or just like watch a TV show with maybe or maybe not a glass of wine to unwind. But yeah, I don't think I could go back to having a baby. You don't sleep. Like people will always tell you, just sleep when the baby's asleep. Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. Like it's 10 a.m. Yes, you're exhausted, but you go to bed and you're like, I need to wash the dishes. What will I make for dinner tonight? I need to go do the groceries. Like go grocery shopping. You can go to bed. Oh, I have this appointment. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. Yeah, no. I don't understand how I survived. Like when I had Mary, I was 25 years old. And when I had her, my mom's cousin also had a baby, but she was 47 years old. And I'm like, I'm tired and I'm 25 years old. How does she do it? Like, she really wanted to have a baby and she just met the right person later in life. But hey, she's Wonder Woman. Like, I'm probably more tired now than she was at 47. Yeah.
I can't even.
What other baby stories do I have? I have so many of them. I told my
So
son
I
I
only
would
have
write.
my dogs.
Oh,
My dog likes, well, whenever Buster, my dog is my child. And so, like, I've gotten enough fill of like cleaning up dog poop from
yeah.
the bathroom when I leave him at work. Or, like, there was one night we were at my dad's and he knew I was going to be leaving the next day. I think he knew it. Like, I think he knew we were leaving him in the morning. And he would, like, literally every 30 minutes or hour wanted me to take him outside and would like get up and pace and want to go outside again and wanted to go pee again. Like he was just like so antsy because I think he knew we were going to be leaving him. And I did not sleep at all that night because he wanted me, he woke me up like every hour. And I was like, this is what it would be like to have a newborn. He was just like,
yeah,
every hour on the hour. Speaking of, he's sleeping.
Is he back? Baby Buster. Oh my god, what a cutie pie. I'm sad we didn't start the
I know.
recording earlier. Jeez, that was hard to say.
He's like,
because he was just the cutest fluffy baby.
And he's looking up kind of half like
like, why is this lady talking to me?
And he keeps snoring and it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah. And that's a perk. He doesn't grow up. I get to watch Ryan try to wear my shoes right now. Like, my daughter went through my makeup, went through my shoes. Not that I have a ton of shoes. I literally have 2 pairs of shoes. Plus,
you're going to be sharing everything. Are you matchy parent?
I would love to, but I haven't found clothes that fits. Like, I found dresses for mom and baby, but the dresses for the children are really cute. And I'm like, I can't wear the mom version. I will look like a potato. Like, I'm not confident enough with my body to wear that. So, but I really wanted to find plaid. There's an I in there. It should be plaid. But it's plaid, of course. Plaid shirts because March is Sugar Shack season in Quebec, so we go to a Sugar Shack to enjoy maple products because it's the maple season in March and April. So, and we all wear plaid shirts. So I wanted to find some for my children and I, but first, the Sugar Shacks are closed because thank you, COVID. And oh, hi, Maya. Can I help you?
Look how cute he is. Sorry, not you, Buster, but you too.
Yeah, she's my foster baby. And yeah, she used to be slim. She is now a meatball. Look at her. She's a masterpiece. She is a chunker.
She's so cute. So you're fostering her?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you said fattening her, which is actually yes, not on purpose, but she does eat a lot, and I'm like, no, but you're so cute. I'm gonna feed you more. So, long story short, my mom is married to a man who is not my real father, but he's my stepdad, but he's my dad anyway. And he has parents, obviously, as we all do. And she was his parents' cat. But his father is currently in the last stage of cancer, so he's like gonna die soon. I don't know how else to phrase it without sounding too blunt, but yeah.
Kind of like on hospice.
Yeah, but he's still at home, but his wife has to take care of him because he's in pain right now. So yeah, they wanted to get rid of the cat because like she's still a baby. She's huge, but she's 1 year old.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She's the sweetest cat in the world.
She's super interested in the printer.
Yeah. I don't know why.
She was like sticking her nose in it and putting her paw on top of it.
Yeah, when I go to bed, she's a foster cat. She's going to get adopted by my ex if he ever leaves his parents' house. But when I go to bed, since it's gotten cold here, like October, November, she gets under the blankets with me. And she cuddles with me until she's, I guess.
How are you going to get rid of her?
I don't know. But
how are you getting rid of her?
I have 4 cats. Well, so? She's the 4th one. But the thing is, I live in an apartment and
4 is an even number.
Yeah, I know. But I told my landlady I only had 2 cats. And I wanted to say 3.
2 cats and 2 kittens?
Yes. Yes. Obviously. Well, I have a black cat. She was a stray cat that I saved. Well, my sister saved her and I adopted her because for some reason, black cats don't get adopted. I don't get it. She's adorable. She's a little void who enjoys the sunshine. Like in the morning, why are we talking about cats? I was talking about babies. Anyway, but like she doesn't like to be seen by humans. So I've had her for 3 or 4 years now. I can't remember exactly if I got it in 2017 or 2018. But now she tolerates my presence. Like when I'm working on my desk, the window is right there and she will be on the window. But once in a while, she remembers that I'm here and she turns around like, don't you dare touch me. But she's the cutest cat in the world. Aww. But yeah, because she's I called her the little void because she's extremely dark. Like she's totally black. So like if she hides under my bed, unless some sparkle glows in her eyes, I won't know she's there. She's like this little, she's adorable. Anyway, so I figure like if my landlady ever comes to visit, she won't see her. So she won't know I have 3 cats. But yeah, so I was supposed to have Maya, the cat that was right there, and just for a month or 2. But I've had her since July. And yeah, my ex is supposed to adopt her, but he's still living with his parents currently because of so many reasons. And he told me he would be moving out anytime soon. And he told me that before Christmas. So, and we're in March now. So I'm like, maybe he will adopt her, maybe not. And also the other thing is when Sean will move in with me, he's bringing his cat because he's not leaving his cat behind and I wouldn't accept him
then
leaving his cat
5.
behind. I'm going to have 5 babies plus 2 kids. And I have a dog, remember?
You just have to find a place where you can have your dog with you all the time.
Yeah, I can't wait to move out of here. Like, I want a house. Yeah, I really miss my house, but I couldn't afford it, alone. But, and also, yeah, to go back to kids' crazy stories, the house that I bought with my ex, before we sold it, we stayed in there for like just over a year because he was really against us buying it and he was really an ass about it. Like, I don't really trash talk my ex, but he was an ass about it. He knows it. He really made me cry because of that house. And anyway, I was in love with the house. I really wanted it, but it was just a bit too pricey for our budget. But we got it anyway because we had already signed the papers. And we ended up talking with the neighbor because they have 2 children which are about the same age as my kids and they went to the same school. And he told me, oh yeah, the previous owner passed away in the house. And I was like, I asked the question before visiting it. Like, this is one of my main questions. If the person has passed away in the place, I don't want to see it. The previous tenant passed away in this very room. But I burned some sage. We should be okay. Anyway, so when we had the previous house, there was my bedroom, the bathroom, and my daughter's room. Liam's room was unfortunately in the basement because my daughter has epilepsy, so I couldn't have her downstairs because if she has a seizure, like she has to be able to get to me or I have to be able to hear her. Anyway, every time one of the children would wake up, it was at 3 a.m. on the spot, like 3 a.m., not 3:01, not 2:59. 59. Yes, I said that correctly. It was always 3 a.m. So we've lived there for like just over a year. Every time they woke up at night, it was at 3 a.m. So I'm pretty sure the previous owner died at 3 a.m. And like there was movement detector in Mary's room, and sometimes she would be in bed and it would, you know, light up. But she was in bed. She was not moving. And she was terrified, and I was like trying to be super brave about it. Like, no, Mary, it's okay. Don't be scared. I'm fucking terrified. Yeah.
Because she would see it light up. Was it like a light?
Yeah.
Like it would...
Well, it was like a red light. But still, it was in the corner of the room.
And she would see it start
she would
whenever it meant...
see it. Yeah. So sometimes, yeah, she was trying to fall asleep, and like, there's nobody in her room. Not a cat. The cats are not in her room. They're in the living room or in my room. And she was like, Mommy. And yeah, I have to put on a brave face and be the super strong mommy who's like, don't be scared, my darling. And inside I'm like, let's run. I remember a story. Okay. When she was 3 years old, I used to live in a small farm town. And I was driving back home. I had to drive on the highway for like maybe 15 minutes before exiting to go to the small town where I used to live. And when we were on the highway where I cannot stop because there's literally nowhere to stop because it's a highway, she said, Mommy, I'm scared. I'm like, what are you scared of? There's a ghost. No. She said, oh, I just ruined it. She said, I'm scared. I'm like, why? She said, behind you. What's behind me? I thought she meant the car behind me. She said, there's a ghost sitting behind you. I was like, do I stop on the highway, grab my daughter and run? Burn the car. I don't want it anymore. I'm good. Thank you. But she acted scared. So I think there was actually a ghost in my car. But we'll never know. Oh,
did the ghost talk to her?
I guess. She didn't say it. I have so many ghost stories because of children. My goddaughter, for a while, her parents lived right next door to me because her mom is like my best friend. And the balcony in the back of the apartment was like a shared balcony. And one day I was having coffee with her mom, and she said that she was scared because there was a man on the balcony. And we looked like we didn't see a man. And then she came over to my place, and she said, well, she calls me marraine, which means godmother in French. She said, the man is there. And I'm like, I couldn't look at I bought like dark curtains to not see if there was somebody on my balcony. Kids see ghosts, and it's terrifying.
And it's terrifying because you can't see it. But then you have a little kid just insistent that there's a man there.
Yeah.
And like, where would they get that thought from? Like, where would that, like...
It's not like they watch horror movies.
Yeah, like, where are they getting this idea that, like, there's just a man on the balcony?
And like, this one is cute. My great-grandma died when I was like 3 years old. And when Mary was like maybe 1 or 2 years, yeah, she could talk, so probably more like 2 years old, she pointed at a picture in my mom's room, in my mom's house, and she said, Gabby. My great-grandma's name is Gabrielle. We called her Gabby. And she was pointing at the photo. Of course, she had never met her because my great-grandma passed away when I was 3 years old. Mary was not even remotely close to being born. I'm like, oh, my great-grandma visited you. I guess it's okay. Because she was nice. But, you know.
Is that how she knew her name? Or did she hear you guys talking about her?
Why would we be talking about her? Like, maybe my mom did, but my mom was like, did you tell her about her? No, have you? No. So yeah, I'm certain that my great-grandma visited her. not, my grandma was like 80 pounds. She was a really small lady, very tiny lady who could not go out in the wind because she would fly away. So it's not like she was a big scary monster. But yeah.
And she liked to hang out with your daughter.
Yeah, I guess. But like, as the parent, you're supposed to not punch your kid or just yeet away. Like, just run away, burn the house, never come back. And now I've gotten better at doing this because my kids are 7 and 5. And now I'm so fed up of them telling me, Mommy, I'm scared there's a monster in the closet. And I'm like, why do you think Mommy is big? Because I feed on monsters. So they're like, oh, okay, that explains it. Because kids are ruthless, Like, oh, this is why you have a big belly. It's because you eat monsters. Yeah, so go to bed. Go to sleep. No monsters. I eat them.
That's genius.
Yeah. Well, it works. They are not scared of the monsters in the closet because they're like, oh, the monsters are scared of Mommy. Okay. So yeah, now they think I'm fat because I eat monsters.
I love it. I'm gonna be excited when I tell someone that someday. And like, or when they're older and they realize that like what you had told them, and when they realize it later.
Yeah, like what they told me. Oh, this is why you're fat. Okay, we get it. Yeah, no, it's because I binge eat because we're in the pandemic and I stress eat. Oh my God, I had another story. I forgot. It was a good one. Well,
do your kids do the thing where they're like constantly like, look at this, watch this, and then they're doing like the same exact thing every time, or they're like, they put a block on top of another block. Look at this one. Now look, and then you like look away for 2 seconds, and they're like, I add it again and again and again. I think I would go nuts, but it'd be cute if it was your own kid, I guess. But I think I'd also still
but nuts. When you're like, wow, for the 67th time, it's like, oh, you cannot go to the bathroom alone ever again unless they're in bed. Like, you need to go to use the bathroom, you go, the kids are busy, you lock the door. Mommy, I have to use the bathroom. Mommy, I have to go. I only have one bathroom. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. And I know for Americans, it might sound weird to have only one bathroom because you guys have one bathroom per room or something like that.
We have one bathroom right here right now.
Just one for the whole place?
Yeah, just a 2-bedroom but like one bath. Our apartment had 2 bathrooms, but this one has one. This house has one. Okay.
I didn't know it was possible in the US. Because Sean was like, girl, we need 2 bathrooms. We're not having only one. Because like in his parents' house, I stopped counting after 5 bathrooms, I think. Like, there's 1 bathroom per room and others that I haven't discovered yet, probably. But yeah, like sometimes I just want some quiet alone time to just, look at my phone, watch TikTok videos for just a couple of minutes, just hiding in the bathroom. But the second where you sit down, they know. They have a sensor, I believe, and they know. If you're relaxing, that's when they strike. And you just need a little privacy to go on with your business, and you're like, well, that's not happening today. Yep. Or you just have to learn how to use the bathroom while somebody is talking to you about airplanes for some reason, or magnets, or princesses who turn into zombies, because that actually happened today. Yeah, Mary decided that she would draw a book about a princess who meets a vampire and a zombie and becomes a princess vampire zombie. I have no idea where she could possibly have seen vampires and zombies because she's 7 years old. She doesn't watch scary stuff. I don't watch scary stuff. So yeah, I don't know where it comes from, but
well, there used to be that TV show that was really popular, Monster High.
Yeah, you're right. She does like that show. That could be it. That would make sense. Yeah, that actually makes sense. She was telling me about Monster High while I was trying to use the bathroom in peace. Yeah, you cannot have privacy ever again. Even if you're in the shower, you ask them before going. Again, I'm a single mom. It's not like I have somebody else who can take care of them, but at the same time, they're 5 and 7 years old. They can wait for me for like 5 minutes. They can go on, like, I have chains and alarms on my doors. They cannot go out. Anyway, every time I want to take a shower in the morning, I ask them, do you need to use the bathroom? No, I'm okay. No, go to the bathroom. I don't want to. Okay, but you have to wait like 10 minutes tops after. And the second I'm done removing all of my clothes to go in the shower, the door opens. Like, yeah, if you're comfortable in your body and you're not a prude like I am, have a baby. It's fine. Oh, I remember the story I wanted to tell you. Having a baby. I'm extremely prude. I don't like to show my body. Like, I used to like tighter clothes and like with V-necks that would go down to my boob crack, like way down and show them. And now I'm a mom and I wear hoodies and high-waisted pants all the time. Anyway, when I had both kids, well, for Liam, actually, I knew what was going to happen, but for Mary, I didn't. First, you have so many exams down there, especially when you're getting closer to the date. And at 37 weeks, I am telling you this so you're not taken by surprise like I was. They have to do a test for strep because if you do have strep down there, you cannot give birth naturally. Or I don't know, you have to take medication before giving birth naturally. But the thing is, obviously they're doing a swab in your vagina, but they're also doing one in your butthole. I wasn't told beforehand. So I told the nurse that's not my vagina. And she was like, no, we have to do it there too. Please tell me. Please let me know.
How do they not warn you ahead of time?
I would really appreciate, FYI, I'm going to do one down there too. Yeah. So first, forget about the privacy of your holes. They're not yours anymore. They're science. They're not part of your body anymore. And when you give birth, I had 2 C-sections, so I have no idea how it works for natural deliveries because I haven't even tried. Mary was a planned C-section because little miss didn't want to turn around, and Liam was an emergency C-section because my uterus tore. So I didn't even try to have natural deliveries. But yeah, you have to be naked under the dress. I have no idea. The hospital robe thing. They put you a bag in to pee in your urethra. Yeah. So to do the surgery, I get it. They need to be able to see everything. But once you're finally in your hospital bed to rest and recover, they will come massage your tummy to help your uterus go down. And they lift up the blanket to see your vagina, bleeding profusely. And it's like, a heads up before, it's my first child. Nobody told me about this. And they're not gentle about telling you, do you want to breastfeed or do you not? They show you by grabbing your boob. Again, your body is not yours. It's now science. You're now a spaceship for a baby. You're a food dispenser for a baby. So again, I don't like being touched, and I'm very prude. And everybody and their mother has seen my vagina at the hospital, and I'm still uncomfortable with that. Like, I laugh about it, but sometimes I'm trying to sleep at night, and I'm like, my friend saw my vagina. Oh. Like, when you have a C-section, you cannot stay alone at night because you cannot get up to grab your baby. And anyway, long story short, my ex didn't want to stay with me at the hospital, so I had a friend come over one night to help me with the baby, and they didn't ask me, do you want your friend to go out of the room while we massage and check your down there region to check how your bleeding goes? They lift up the blankets. My friend right there. Like, again, not your body anymore. They don't see you as a sexual object at all. Not even remotely. And at Liam, I knew that, so my mom stayed. Oh, another thing, speaking of my mom, before you leave the hospital, when you have had a C-section, you need to use the bathroom both ways before they let you out. And because your body has been ripped apart, you cannot wipe yourself. When you're 25, 26, asking your mom, can you wipe my butt? I can't. It's really fun. Do you want children? Did I convince you to have children? It's wonderful. It's really great. I would do it again. For reals, though. Yeah, my friend saw me struggle with breastfeeding. She saw me trying to pump my milk. And she has basically seen me naked post-delivery, which is not graceful at all. So, before you have children, think about it. Like, just ask people for a heads up. The little cute him in the butthole that I really would have.
I've never heard of that one. Like, yeah. Is that a Canada thing? Is that an American thing? Is that an everyone thing?
I don't know.
Is that your hospital thing?
No, I've asked several friends who had children, and they all said, oh yeah, I knew it was going to happen. Where was my memo? Like, if you're going to be playing there, please warn me first. You know?
That's crazy. Was it a labor and delivery like hospital and stuff you went to? Or was it kind of more like a...
Yeah, it was the OBGYN clinic. So like, that's their job. I get it. They don't see it as a sexual object, but it's still my body. Like, I'm not used to, you know, having something go up there. You know? Just a little, hey, by the way, gonna, whoop.
Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And yeah, the like post baby look, I still have it 7 years later. Like the flabby stomach and all the stretch marks, I don't mind because I've always seen them as tiger marks. I'm a tiger. I'm okay with that. But your belly, your beautiful round belly, I was huge when I was pregnant, okay? People would ask me all the time, do you have triplets? No, I only have one. I'm just huge, okay? Fuck you. So your beautiful round belly just goes wobble. So like you have a flab, basically. It's really glorious and gorgeous and beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, but some moms just go back to their shape. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you would gain 10 pounds. I gained 90 at Mary. So like every person, obviously it's different. Yeah. But yeah, that's my take on parenting.
I can't imagine. I'm so worn out just with life and taking care of myself. And no. And I'm terrified of the whole like doctor's appointments part of it too. I'm like, that's a whole reason I like wouldn't do it too. Like, no.
There's also one thing I need to specify about people being scared of giving birth, because I've been there. Like, you know, it's scary. When you're close to your due date, you don't care where the baby comes out of. If it comes out of my ear, I don't care. Put it back together. Just get it out of my body. And for some reason, sometimes you're like, hey, it was painful. Let's have another one. Or sometimes you're like me. Yeah, 2 is enough. I wanted 4. I had 2. That's enough. Yeah, every time I have the baby fever, I read some of my old posts from where the kids were babies, and I'm like, oh, you know, that time when they threw up on my shirt, that was a shirt like this, and they threw up here. And I was like, how do I take it off now? Because I can't get it off this way because the hole is not big enough for my shoulders. So I don't have the choice to go like floop with the spit in my face.
Oh god.
But like, I don't want to tell anyone don't have kids or do have kids. Just as a PSA, I guess. Like my sisters, they don't think they want to have kids, and I told my parents, like, leave them alone. If they don't want to have kids, they don't want to have kids. You already have 2 grandchildren. Don't you think it's enough? Liam has enough energy for 8 kids alone. So yeah, like there's no
so
shame.
Cute though. I'm sure there's like,
they're beautiful. They're gorgeous, but sometimes I'm like, do I sell them on Etsy? Because, you know, I made them. But I didn't make that joke. Like, I saw it on TikTok, and I just think it's the best thing a mom has ever said. Like, you made them, sell them on Etsy. But sometimes, yeah, you do want to run away from them, or you do want to go outside and just take a deep breath because you're like, I'm gonna end you, child. And, you know, I've said this to you, like in many blog posts, and I told that to many people. It's okay to ask for help because it takes a village to raise a children. I live by that. And honestly, sometimes children are assholes. Like my kids telling me that I'm fat because I eat monsters, and I'm telling them that so that they are not scared. Yeah. But yeah, it's okay to only be, that's not what I meant. It's okay to be only a dog mom or a cat mom or a bunny mom or a nothing at all and just travel the world or write a book. I don't know. Your life shouldn't be defined by the fact that you want to have kids or not.
See, and that's one of the things I've been told. Like, I had someone was like, well, it's selfish to not want kids. And I was like, okay, then I guess I'll be selfish because I'm not going to be selfish and have a child because I don't want to be selfish. And now my child has to put up with me just having them because I didn't want to be selfish.
Yeah.
And now my child's stuck with the mom who like only had them because she didn't want to be selfish.
Yeah.
Or the whole like, you don't know true love until you have a child, which I'm like, okay, I'm sure I don't know that kind of love until I have a child. But I'm
have
also
a dog.
Like I'll be fine without that. It's not like my life doesn't have meaning without a child.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sure I would adjust if it ever accidentally happened, but God, that's terrifying.
Yeah. And you know, I have 2 children, but I have had an abortion when I was 21 years old. I was on the pill and I got pregnant anyway. You know, shit happens. I had just started university and I was like, I cannot do this. And sometimes I'm like, do I regret it? The kid would have grown up poor. Like, is it? I don't want any pro-life people yelling at me. I don't give a shit. It happened 11 years ago. I had to count my head. It happened 11 years ago. The fetus is long dead. But, you know, and not because I had an abortion that I didn't want to have kids. I had kids with the same person, you know? So, yeah. I feel like just for that comment alone, we're gonna have people getting mad, and I do not give a shit.
It's such a personal choice too.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't judge for it. Like, I just like, there's no, yeah. I mean, if people are going to be offended at us by us cussing or talking about real life shit, then they're not going to want to listen to us anyways. So.
Good. Bye-bye.
It's like, no, our people will find us the ones who.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's just like, I can't imagine being 21 and like not in a position in life to like, and I know everyone's like, oh, well, adoption and all that stuff, which is great, but it's just, there's a whole lot of stuff with that too. Or it's like, I mean, financially, and then your body and the risks of pregnancy and even the death rate, the mortality rate for women is terrifying with pregnancy. Like I watched a movie and this lady got paralyzed permanently from an epidural, like permanently paralyzed. And I was just like, what? Because they did the epidural wrong. And it's just like, there's so many things too that can go wrong. I mean, it's not like it's this like safe, easy thing that like nothing happens. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when I had the baby fever again, I think it's because one of my friend is pregnant, and I was like, oh, I miss having babies. And I didn't have I got my surgery before meeting Sean. So it's like, he could not have been a part of this decision because my ex didn't want to get a vasectomy. So I was like, okay, I'll take matters into my own hands. But Sean was like, okay, you want to have a baby. So you need to have a surgery to have your tubes untied, I guess. And then you have, I'm older now. I'm so old. I'm 32 years old, but still, I'm not in top shape. I take medication for my anxiety. So like, there's so many factors that come in. I smoke, I vape. I started smoking after leaving my ex, and I'm trying to quit smoking by vaping. So it's still nicotine. And like, I have to get rid of that. And then if I have another baby, if I do get pregnant again, my doctor told me when I had Liam, you cannot give birth naturally. I cannot. Like, it's not a choice. It's not an option. So I have to have another C-section. And it's another surgery. So another risk of me staying on the table, because who knows? It could happen.
And that'd be scary after your last one with your uterus tearing and stuff. Like, but
the reason is probably because I had them, Liam and Mary and Liam, because Mary was born first, have almost to the day 19 months, a difference age of 19 months. And you're supposed to wait 20 months before having another kid.
Okay.
So, and because I was huge, probably my uterus couldn't stretch more. So yeah, and basically I almost died. When I got to the hospital, because, it hurt, and I had been, so basically it started hurting at 8 p.m. I couldn't sleep at night, and I was like, woohoo, I'm gonna have my baby, but it hurts like hell, because with Mary, I had a planned C-section, so I didn't have contractions. So I just thought this constant pain was contractions. And at 10 in the morning, I called the hospital, the maternity ward, and they were like, oh, maybe you're constipated. Just eat some corn and drink water. And I'm like, my due date is today, and I hurt like hell. Can I just come? And they're like, no, I'm probably constipated. So
on your due date?
On my due date, probably constipated. Eat corn, lady. Anyway.
The hospital seems nuts, though.
Yeah, I filed a complaint against that person because I almost literally died. And yeah, I think I called at 8 in the morning. And at 10, I told my mom, bring me to the hospital. I'm dying. It hurts. And they took my blood pressure and my heart rate, and it was as high as a lady who's pushing the baby out, who's actually like pushing to get the baby out. And I was just lying down on my left side. So they were like, yeah, your baby is also, not doing great right now. We have to get it out right now. So yeah, it was a tough one. And I was on antibiotics for 2 days and I was knocked out. So for 2 days, I could barely take care of Liam. And Liam ended up having, I will destroy this word again, I will butcher it, meningitis. He had that. So he spent another 3 weeks at the hospital. And yeah, this is when I made the decision of not having another child. And yeah, so there are all these risks, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I should focus on my 2 kids and enjoy the fact that I sleep for 8 to 10 hours at night.
Yeah.
Which didn't happen for such a long time. Yeah. But it's okay to I was when I had my abortion at 21 years old, Jesus, I'm tired. My mom was really mad at me because she had me at 21 years old. I'm a broken condom result. So I'm not sure if my mom was with my real father, my biological father at that point. Like, I'm not sure if it was a one night stand or if they were dating. I don't actually want to know. Like, ew, mom. But I know that my mom stayed with my biological dad to give me another sibling from the same parents. So I think she had 1 or 2 miscarriage, and then she had my sister. So we're like almost 6 years. We have an age difference of 6 years. And what am I talking about? Oh yeah, my mom had me at 21 years old. And she was like, but I raised you. Yeah, but my mom didn't go to school. Like, she got a trade degree. I can't remember
like trade school or
yeah, something like that.
Some of them.
It's like at 21 years old, she was already working at a full-time job. When I was 21, I think I was working in a small store, like a pen and paper store. And I was just starting university. I was in my second semester of university. So yeah, I'm sure my mom is still mad at me for having that abortion because she didn't get an abortion. But it's like, my life and your life are different. And I love my mom more than anything in the world. But yeah.
That would be hard. I mean, that's already like a really hard choice to make. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Maybe if my ex had been like, yes, we're keeping it, maybe I would have kept it. But I think we made the right decision.
At that time. Yeah.
Because we were still living with my parents. Like, we were living in my room in the basement. We hadn't moved out of my parents' house yet. I think we moved a year later. I think this happened in the fall and we moved out in the summer. Like the summer after.
Well, I mean, that can't be a decision you take lightly either. It's not like it was just like, we're just gonna.
And it hurts. Like, in general, I react very strongly to medication. So they give you a narcotic to just make sure you don't feel the pain. I was knocked out. I slept through it, but when they removed a tool, I woke up like it hurt. And after that, you feel like you're having very severe period cramps for like 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And sometimes you throw up because pain. So it's just great. Yeah, so it was not a light decision, but I still think we made the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and yeah.
We've been talking for a long time. Maybe we should wrap this up.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, as usual, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, want to trash talk the fact that I had an abortion, or the fact that Kate doesn't want to have children, you can write to us on Instagram at guidebook not included. And what's our email address again?
Isn't it guidebook not included at gmail.com?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was Gmail. I had a blank. It was like,
yeah, Gmail.
Does
because
anyone still
Gmail's
use
the main.
mail? Yeah,
I have one, but I never use it for anything.
Yeah, I'm
sure it still goes
from
to
like early 2000s.
Yeah. So, and then Instagram, YouTube.
Do we have
email address?
Yeah, email address. I don't think we have any other accounts. You can reach me personally on Instagram at a grammar nerd, and you can reach Kate as well.
At Adventures Without a Roadmap.
And there's an underscore somewhere.
Adventures _ without a roadmap, which I'm really thinking of getting rid of that underscore because it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I agree, because every time I want to tag you in something, I'm like, where's the underscore?
I need to just get rid of that. I think it was because it looked too smashed together, but I don't think it matters.
No, I don't think it does.
So I need to just go get rid of that.
Yeah, I agree. I approve.
Oh, but then I have to go change it on everything, don't I? Like on my blog, I have to go change my link address. Yeah.
But maybe if you change it once, it changes. Let's ask in the blogging group. Yeah, I actually have no idea.
Digression.
Yeah, next time, because I did talk a lot today, and I spoke French all day, so my English is really like, I have
impressive.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you. But
like,
in my head,
better English than I speak.
I feel like
over here using words like growth spurs and meningitis, all these words that no one knows in English. Like, how do you? Whatever.
I only know about it because my son had it. That's the only way I know it. Because I know it in French because I got the vaccine when I was a teenager. But yeah, because I had to tell, I think I told you that, but the daycare where they went to when they were babies is an English only daycare. The lady is from Texas. And I had to explain that to her. We were just talking about Liam at birth. It was like, he had meningitis. Just like, yeah, meningitis. Oh, yeah, okay, I said it right. Okay.
No, you did it perfect.
Yay! But yeah, next time I feel like you should talk about travel.
We can do a travel one.
Yeah. Actually, our first one was travel one, but we never recorded it here. We never posted it.
Oh, we didn't.
So maybe we could do it again because it was a fun topic.
That was a fun one.
Yeah. Or if you have any other ideas, just let us know.
That was a fun one. Yeah, we can do that. If anyone ever wants to hear anything in particular, let us know what you want to hear about.
Yeah, so
I guess. Thank you for joining us and sticking around if you made it this long.
Yeah, we hope you liked our rambles. I really like that word, by the way. I don't think I've used it before I started talking to you, and I'm like, I'm rambling. I'm just rambling all the time.
We should have named us Rambles.
Yeah.
We could have been the Ramblers.
Rambles included. I can't pronounce it better.
Rambles in life.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's stop this.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, the stop button is there.